here today with Harsha Subasinghe, who is the founder and the CEO of Vega Innovations, and Harsha is about to show us a product that has been developed, designed, developed, and manufactured in Sri Lanka. It is truly proudly made in Sri Lanka. It's not simply assembled, and that's the difference. Harsha, thank you for showing us around this one product. So this is a three-wheeler, right?
Yeah, it is.
It's an all-electric three-wheeler. You heard it right. It's an all-electric three-wheeler. And Harsha's going to show you a little bit of what it can do from the back end.
You can open this. So once you open this, you have a huge boot space here. Right, so you can have boot space, you can put like a very big suitcases at the back.
Right.
So that's one good thing. And second thing is like you can open this.
Yeah.
And if you are like in a leisure place or something, you can just sit down.
Oh, okay.
You can
have a picnic.
Yeah, you can have a picnic.
Yeah.
And secondly, that even if you have a larger things to carry, you can lift this one up, and then you can fold it, and it actually become a cargo space.
Right.
Huge cargo space. So you can actually, put the entire cargo.
It looks pretty robust as well. I mean, it looks strong from where...
Yeah. So this is actually, you have a space frame chassis actually gives you a very high stability.
Right.
And also the strength in here.
Right.
And then it's also have a very low center gravity.
Right.
Because the battery packs and the motors, everything is below this level.
There. Okay.
So because of that reason, it actually have a very low center gravity.
Right.
Because of that reason, it's extremely impossible to tip this one over.
Okay.
And then it also has a space frame chassis and a compass on the front, which actually protect this vehicle.
Right.
If you have an accident, it just compass on will hit, and then the passenger, this actually have a kind of strap-on steering. So this will collapse, collapsible this thing.
Okay.
And then it collapses and the driver will be safe.
Right.
And that's another...
So this will collapse.
This will collapse.
Right.
And then because you have a compass zone,
Yeah.
it's not going to be squashed because it's a compass zone and it's actually have a big structure inside.
Right.
And this can consider as the most safest three-wheeler in the world.
Right.
Because it has been designed to be like that.
Right.
So whenever we design it, we want to address few things.
Right.
One thing that we want to make sure, three-wheelers are actually bringing about 35% of A&E,
Right.
accident and emergency board. Most of the patients are 30 to 35% are from three-wheelers.
Three-wheelers.
So that is why one problem that three-wheeler has. So because of that reason, we made the very safe three-wheeler.
Right.
Even if you have an accident, the damage is going to be a lot less than the traditional three-wheelers.
Right.
Secondly, we want to make sure that it looks good.
Right.
So that if you're going in the city,
Yeah.
you are not going to be looked down on.
Right.
You are going to be
Looked up.
up.
Yeah.
Right. So
Okay.
that was one of the other things that we actually had the most stylish three-wheeler.
Right.
And thirdly, we make the ergonomics to make sure that it actually, it handles the wind properly, it has the efficiency properly.
Right.
You have a better, the visual range
Right.
on the glasses, and all that kind of things have been built into this, so that your drivability is going to be very comfortable.
Harsha, what sort of component is Sri Lankan, and how much of these little things do you have to import?
So every part, lights to the glasses to, every part is designed and developed, and some of them are manufactured in Sri Lanka.
Okay.
And then some of them like very tedious parts, like something like this particular panel.
Yeah.
We don't have machine to fabricate in this country.
Right.
So we send this one
Right.
to China to get this particular panel done.
Okay.
Because until we get that kind of machines in Sri Lanka.
Right.
So except that, all these pieces,
Yeah.
you can see these ones, the seats, and then all of them, even these meters, every single thing is being done by ourselves. Even the handles as well. Handle bars are being done in Sri Lanka. All the drivetrain is done in Sri Lanka, and batteries are done in Sri Lanka. All the those are liquid cooled batteries, and everything is actually more than 50% 55%
So
is actually...
does the Treasury give you sort of a recognition in terms of revenue, in terms of taxes, cess, whatever you want to call it, because you are a Sri Lankan manufacturer, or is that not the case?
No. Yeah, unfortunately, we have pointed out to every one of them.
Right.
But so far, instead of taxing us more,
Yeah.
and even though, I mean, ministers, I should say, the politicians understand that
Yeah.
it is a valuable thing for the country,
Yeah.
and they appreciate it.
Yeah.
For some hidden reasons,
Yeah.
we don't get any benefit at all.
No.
Right.
But it's something
So-
that so it's in a way your quest to try and get recognition and lesser payouts is sort of work in progress, because you've got to keep battling on.
Yeah, so you're right. So basically, any other country, they would have given you grants, they would have given you tax-free, at least VAT-free.
Right.
They will, because it's electric as well. Don't
Right.
forget, it's environmental friendly.
Yeah.
One three-wheeler will produce 6,000 kilograms of carbon dioxide per year.
Right.
So this one will reduce 6,000 kilograms of carbon dioxide per year. So one of the things that you need to understand is like 1 kilogram of carbon dioxide is about this height of a ball from the floor.
Okay.
Is 1 kilogram of carbon dioxide.
Right.
Imagine 6,000 kilograms of carbon dioxide is like multiple offices like this, full of carbon dioxide.
Yeah.
Is being produced by one of these fossil fuels, IC engine
One
three-wheelers.
of these normal.
Yeah, normal ones.
Yes.
But these ones are actually saving all that.
Right.
Somebody can argue the fact that if you are manufacturing that one using fossil fuels, fossil fuel generator efficiency is about 85% to 85% or so. So you're losing only 15, but the combustion engine loses about 50%.
Right.
So there's a huge gain out of that. And then also the component manufacturing.
Right.
They manufacture the batteries and manufacture the motors. Carbon footprint is less than half of manufacturing gearboxes and the pistons and all that kind of stuff. And that is also a huge saving on the carbon side as well.
Right.
And so that is one story. The other thing is also these ones will cost you about $4 rupees per kilometer or so.
Right.
Whereas the fossil fuel is about 25 rupees.
Right.
They're saving about 20 rupees difference.
Right. So this is 4 Sri Lankan rupees versus 25.
25, and this one is about 4 rupees or 3 rupees. But thing is, like, even if you have a kind of a the solar that has been at your house, and then you get that energy free of charge.
Yes.
So in my vehicle Oda, pretty much I go free of charge because solar will charge it.
Right.
And then my batteries are charged using solar power.
Right.
So that my vehicle, wherever I go, I have zero carbon footprint.
Right.
In that sense.
Okay.
Because solar gives us about 4 to 5 times of energy.
We'll show you, ladies and gentlemen, we'll show you which car Harsha Subasinghe is talking about.
Another thing in here is also,
Yeah.
this has doors. So you can actually, have a doors over here.
So this is a three-wheeler with a door.
2-3 wheeler door, and you can have also air conditioned as well.
Oh, okay.
So that way, that say for an example, if you're actually using this vehicle
Yeah.
as a corporate vehicle,
Yeah.
and then you can actually put your, say like if you're an engineer,
Yeah.
you can take your toolbox and all that things.
Oh, of course.
And if you're production crew, they want to go in the tuk-tuk,
Yeah.
and then they can go there, they can put the production stuff at the back, and you can lock the door, and then you can go there and do whatever you want.
Right.
So you have the doors, and you also have the windows, and you can also have the front doors as well, and then you can have fully air conditioned version.
Okay.
But it's not the air conditioning part. No. So we will upgrade the battery pack as well.
Oh, okay. Yes.
So that will be about like few 100,000, 200, 300,000.
So non-AC version is about how much? Right.
Non-AC version is about 2.5, so 2.5 million something.
Right.
So 2.55 million or something, plus VAT.
Yeah.
Comes to about 2.9 million.
So the standard, the box standard, normal.
Box
petrol.
stand in the sense is like if you even say our competitors' electrics.
Yeah.
Are also same price or so.
Right.
But it doesn't have any of these capabilities.
No.
But also what it doesn't have is
Yeah.
something called very important here. Okay. You have the slow charging ports.
Right.
You can go there and plug into your home.
To your domestic
so
supply.
the L2 charger.
Yeah.
And then you can go for the fast charger.
Right.
This one you put the fast charge in there, you can charge in about 50 minutes or so.
Okay.
0 to 80.
Right.
So that is like these are the chargers that goes with it.
Right.
So that's kind of a one-of-a-kind charger that has been designed
Right.
for motor bicycles as well as a tuk-tuk for DC fast charger. Mm-hmm. So those ones are those are the DC fast chargers for the vehicles.
Right.
But these are the DC fast chargers for low voltage vehicles like motorbikes and three-wheelers.
Right.
So the advantage of this
Yeah.
is there is no many or any that has fast charging capabilities in three-wheelers.
Okay.
So the people doesn't realize that I go there, I do 150 kilometers out of this,
Right.
and then I'll charge for about half an hour. I can get another 75 kilometers. That's more than enough for me.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
So the next battery pack that we are actually fixing into this, it will charge the entire battery in about half an hour or so. So that you charge only for about 15 minutes and you go. So that you can do 225 minutes. So 225 kilometers. And just charging for about like 15 minutes, in a fast charger. And then the rest you can come from home. So that's the most important part. Like in the electric vehicles, one of the most important part is like you don't want to wait.
Yeah.
To get your vehicle charged. You're not going to spend 1, 2, 3, 4 hours getting it charged.
Yeah.
Because at the moment, there is no option, so they will wait for 2, 3, 4 hours. But in the future, when you know that there are options that you can charge in about 45 minutes, 50 minutes, half an hour, so the people are just going to go for that, but they're not going to waste your time on charging. So that is why another big advantage of having these ETX, we call it ETX, it actually says elevated transport experience rather than just having a normal three-wheel. A three-wheeler is about 45 kilometers maximum speed.
Yeah.
In the other markets, this can stably do about 75 kilometers per hour speed.
Right.
And then the other advantage is also, one of the problems that we all are kind of, a lot of people are hating three-wheelers.
Yeah.
They are parked right in front of the traffic lights.
Right.
Once they park right in front of the traffic lights, what happens is like these guys are accelerating very slowly, and the big cars at the back has to wait until they pass by. But this has a bigger acceleration, so that you can accelerate extremely fast and you can go there, and you're not blocking any other people who are coming behind it as well. So this is another thing is also when you design vehicles like this, you need to make sure countries like Sri Lanka has steep hills. You need to make sure it's actually climb steep hills.
Right.
So the normal design can heat the whole motor up, heat the batteries up, and it can heat the controllers up, it can stop the entire thing. So not only steep hills for about say half a kilometer, 1 kilometer, we have steep hills. If you start to go to Kandy, you have hills starting from somewhere in Nilundeni and all the way up to Kandy and then all the way up to Norelia is a huge client.
Yeah.
So when you go something like that, you need to have the vehicles that you can actually drive without stopping, without eating. We need to design for that particular purpose. So this is specifically designed to withstand all that kind of stuff.
Right.
You call the gradability and also climbing speeds and not getting heated up.
So you tested this extensively.
Oh yeah, we have done millions of miles now, or kilometers now.
Is it commercially available now?
Yeah, so we are selling it now. So we are manufacturing minimum one a day.
Oh, okay.
And we start selling now. So a couple of months ago, we started manufacturing.
Right.
So it was the first ever vehicle manufacturing plant, not assembly plant, manufacturing plant was created because of the ETX.
I think you found it all out on corporate Sri Lanka. Manufactured in Sri Lanka. We keep stressing that point because the others are assembly points.
To see this one as a production vehicle.
Yeah.
And, the Vega is actually the prototype vehicle.
Right.
Which is the first ever registered car. And that was actually one of the fastest cars ever built. And everything built in Sri Lanka. So that's the first ever vehicle that has been designed, developed, manufactured and built in Sri Lanka. And this is actually the first ever vehicle that is designed, developed, built and also commercially selling in Sri Lanka and now trying to get it into different countries as well.
Brilliant. What's the name, Vega?
So the Vega simply, it actually means the speed in Sinhala.
Right, okay.
So that's not the reason that we use the name Vega.
Vega.
Yeah.
Indeed.
So
I
electric
thought
vehicles-
that, but I wanted to hear it from you.
Yeah, so this people can say it is actually crazy, but it has a tremendous amount of power in here. So this, in order to withstand this particular power, which we have done is that we have actually got our own controller. So we call it like a silicon carbide controllers.
Right.
In here.
Right.
The first time that we are using silicon carbide controllers.
Right.
Our own EDCUs. And then also it has electric brakes. It has a lot of cooling loops in here. You can see like it actually have a very small space to put all that. And also the motor goes underneath. So the motor needs the cooling, controllers needs cooling, batteries needs cooling, and all of them needs cooling.
Right.
And it also has this particular board.
Yeah.
Is actually made in something called wall belly.
Right.
So this is the first time that we have made a composite.
Right.
We call it an organic composite.
Right.
Right. So if you go and look at this one, this is like a very high strength board.
Yeah.
So instead of using carbon fiber,
Right.
we use organic fiber.
Right.
And so if you look at that organic fiber sheets underneath, it's like a cloth.
Yeah.
So that particular cloth, we actually put curcumin extract.
It's like a natural
That's
color.
natural color into the cloth, and then you put the composite on the top. So actually color of this bonnet is not applied on the top, it's actually applied to the fabric itself. So nobody has ever made an organic material into a vehicle. This is a kind of first time somebody is actually using organic materials into the vehicles. So that is another cool part of that. This is actually, you can see there's a space frame chassis in there.
Yeah.
It actually holds the entire car.
Yeah.
And you can also see in here that they have seats. All these seats have been manufactured here. You can see even the dashboard are also organic.
It's the same material.
Yeah, same material.
Yeah.
And you can see the EVCUs and everything. These are also designed and manufactured by in ourselves. So you can see the whole instrumentation cluster and everything.
Yeah.
So this one has seat belts and every single thing. So we have taken every precaution to make sure that this can actually fit.
You know these normal cars. They tell you 0 to 16, whatever, some seconds.
0 to 100.
0 to 100.
Yes. So 0 to 100, this one is under 5 seconds right now.
Oh, okay.
So we are trying to improve more and more and more because this car.
This is amazing. You can just take off from the traffic light.
It is. I mean, I can take you and I can show it to you.
Yeah.
Very solid drivetrain.
Right.
That can have a very big acceleration. And then build something that a classic vehicle that everybody loves. This is actually Mr. B's kind of mini.
Yeah.
And everybody loves, like every foreigner sees this vehicle, most of them.
Yeah.
They just get a shock and they love it.
Yeah.
So, especially the Brits. To make an organic supercar.
Okay.
So at least about 56 like carbon core,
Right.
and the rest is all organic.
Okay.
And try to make supercar. So this organic material is designed and developed and fabricated in Sri Lanka. So this is something that we never done. Getting an organic material to become a component of a vehicle. And if you see like old cars which came in back in early 1900s, they used to have a hemp what do you call for this dashboard. They're not wooden, actually hemp dashboards. So these are actually Walberry dashboards.
Right.
We want to make the hemp as parts of it, Walberry as parts of it. You know that the Hana.
Yeah.
And also we want to use it and see how we can use some of the components out of those ones.
Right.
And this actually gives you at least about more than 1/3 of the strength of carbon fiber.
I think that the Treasury should give you special consideration just on the basis of all these.
Yeah, these ones are like such a cool thing. So like you can see like even if you are bending this because of this fabric, it just comes back up again.
Yeah.
So you're not just dented.
Yeah.
So springing back is one of the major things. So what you're doing is like you're actually making changing the entire vehicle industry. So imagine that you're driving electric vehicle. You're actually making environmental carbon zero.
Right.
Electric vehicle. And you are also making a car half is organic.
Indeed.
Right? How cool is that?
Absolutely.
Right. This ATV has 4 motors.
Right.
Right. So you can see here underneath, you can see 2 motors there. Right. And 2 motors there. And then you can see at the back, you have another 2 motors. So you have 4 motors there. Right. So the advantage of this is actually almost the powerful ATV in the world today. And these motors are designed, developed, and manufactured in Sri Lanka.
Oh, okay.
So nobody has ever manufactured radial axial motor in the history of Sri Lanka. We have never made an auto-grade motor in Sri Lanka.
Right.
This is the first time that we made an auto-grade motor. But the story behind this is actually our guy, the gentleman who's actually designing this, he actually managed to get it fabricated in certain parts of Sri Lanka. Okay. They get the aluminium guy, get the house in done. Right. He went to another guy, get the shaft done. And you can have the fast charging and slow charging. This will do about 120 kilometers per charge. So, I mean, ideally, in Sri Lanka, whenever we go into, hill country, you can't use the tractors because it actually lifts up.
Yeah.
But this can go in any terrain, even though you have roads or no roads.
Right.
You can actually go in any terrain. So
and whatever the slope, the incline, the capacity is 150 kilometers?
120 to 130 kilometers it will do.
Right.
But it's a fast charging. So again, that you can charge in about 45 minutes. So maybe less than that. Mm-hmm. So that is a big advantage. And you can actually have a quite good weight.
Right.
You can carry in the front as well as at the back.
Right.
And you can also have a trailer as well. So this will be a perfect kind of agro vehicle on a hill country, as well as you can use it as sports vehicle, border guarding, and I mean you're using ATVs for so many things. And recently, the military also want to use it as a rescue vehicle, so that you can go there and because this is this can go in any terrain. That's a huge advantage.
This is a bike. Tell me more about
this bike is actually, we covered it because we have not released it. So it's actually, we put a
protective cover on it?
No. We actually put a protective, it's actually camouflage it.
Oh, okay.
So
you don't want to show us
we don't want to show us the real thing.
Okay.
Is because otherwise we can't get the trademarking.
Oh, I see.
Because of that.
Okay.
So at the moment you can see that there's the whole thing is being covered using, you can see the real thing is underneath.
Yeah. Well, that's a little snake preview.
Yeah, so a snake preview. So it's a really good looking motorbike.
Indeed.
So we just covered it because...
So about how many cc is this then?
So this one is actually, the in CC wise, it's difficult to say.
Okay.
The motors we can change in here.
Right.
You can see underneath there is the motor here.
Right.
And this is a battery pack that's been covered.
Right.
So the battery pack varies from 7 kilowatts to 9 kilowatts and to 12 kilowatts.
Right.
So if you are putting something like 12 kilowatts, you can go up to about 350 kilometers in normal.
Oh, okay.
And then if you do like 8.7 kilowatt or 9 kilowatt, you can do about 300 odd kilometers.
Oh, okay.
And then you can lower it down to about 7 kilowatts, 6.9 kilowatts or so. And these are modules, battery modules.
And if it's the lowest one, how many kilometers?
That will do about 250, 275 kilometers, 250 kilometers.
And the top speed you say would be?
So these ones can go up to about 180, 200 kilometers or so. 100, 170, 180, 200 kilometers. Depending on, we can change the motor for them, we can change the batteries for them. So depending on what you want to buy.
How do taxes compare? What does customs say?
So this is also the same thing like three-wheelers.
Okay.
This chassis, Sri Lanka never made a chassis before. So the entire chassis is designed and made in Sri Lanka.
Right.
So you can see the chassis.
Yeah.
Every single thing is designed and made in Sri Lanka. Of course, not the suspension units and stuff like that.
No.
But all the batteries are designed and manufactured in Sri Lanka. And seats, every part is actually designed and manufactured in Sri Lanka. That actually have, this can connect to your phone straight away.
Okay.
So if I take this one and if I connect it to phone, you can have your, you can have your phone, you can have your, so you don't have to, your phone will give you all the data? Not the, like your map pan.
Oh, I see.
All
Okay.
that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So all that things will be given on this thing, so that your helmet can be connected. Your phone can be connected, and all that can be connected into
onto your phone,
so that you can actually. So it also has things like you press this button. And you go into, so you press this button and you just start it. And it started now, you say drive. So when I go to drive, then I can change the modes.
Right.
So I can press drive, and now it's actually drive mode. So I can change the modes. So you can do eco modes, you can do the cruising mode, and you can actually do the sports modes. So the advantage of this is actually, I'll turn this on, the drive off, so that I'll go back to neutral.
And that's the way it was on Corporate Sri Lanka Turning Point in association with LNW and Supreme TV. Take care. And as always, God bless you all.